society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of the county and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Thank you. The clerks, can you confirm to us that the person who has walked in is Mr. Elijah Ugodomunga?
Yes, he's the one.
Thank you. I want to introduce the members present. I will start from my left.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I'm Mundiek Monoflorita, a panelist.
Thank you so much, Speaker. I'm Hamilton Muching Day, acting clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ogendo Richard is my name, the deputy chair of this panel.
Honorable Speaker and the House at large, I'm Honorable Bobo Bondo, the panelist.
Other members in the plenary there?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is David Olo, MCA Kanyamako.
I'm Boaz Kiri, MCA Kabod North Ward.
I'm Oweje Margaret from Gembe.
Okay, I'm Mil Koron from Suba South.
Will Kiska do take it again?
Wilkista do from Karachuan.
Samuel Obwana, representing Homa Bay West Ward.
Are they all done?
Not yet.
Thank you. My name is Honorable Yvonne Becky, representing the interests of young people. Thank you.
I am Honorable Ruben Odhiambo Molo, MCA Gembe Ward.
Thank you. The Secretariat. Oh, Messenger, this is Messenger that has just walked in. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Wanjala Silvans, representing Kanyikela Ward. Thank you.
Secretariat.
I'm Caroline Milewa, clerk assistant.
Vero Teng, deputy clerk in charge of committee services.
Stephen Ojako, deputy clerk in charge of legislative and procedural services.
Aida Rodi, senior sergeant, committee sergeant.
Efio Nyango, the answered editor.
Thank you. We also have the press with us here. Let them introduce themselves.
Debox Okruge, ICT.
Sign interpreter.
Christina Kenyi, sign language interpreter.
Thank you. Now, can you proceed to offer the oath to the candidates?
I, Elijah Ogodo Munga, of national ID number 22090-865, do hereby swear that the information I shall present before this committee is the truth, nothing but the truth. I make this declaration consciously, believing the same to be true and according to the Oath and Statutory Declarations Act. So help me God.
Thank you. Thank you, Clerk, for that. For the record, I am Honorable Polycarp Okombo. I am the chairman of this appointment committee. We welcome you to this interview, Mr. Elijah Munga. I want you to feel free. We just want to have a conversation with you today so that we test the fitness for the position that you have been appointed to. So briefly, Mr. Elijah, introduce yourself to the members of this committee by stating your place of birth and residence, academic background, work experience, and any other important information about you that will help us determine your suitability for appointment to this position.
Thank you, Chair and members of the committee. As I said, my name is Elijah Ogodo Munga. I am a Kenyan by birth. I was born in Homa Bay County. To be specific, in Homa Bay District Hospital, that is the referral hospital that we have now. I hail from Karachuonyo constituency, West Karachuonyo sub-county, North Ward, Kanjira location. My education background, I am a trained civil engineer. I have BSc Civil Engineering from University of Nairobi. My high school I did at Orio Boys Secondary School. On top of that, I have professional trainings, a number of them touching on environmental protection and management. I'm a licensed EIA expert. I am licensed environmental management systems implementer and auditor. I am also a licensed quality management system auditor and implementer. Addition to that, I am also licensed internationally on supply chain management operations. I think pretty much that is on my education. My work experience, I have currently 20 years of work experience. My beginning of the work, I started with the United Nations. I worked for United Nations office at Nairobi for 8 years. This I did as an engineering assistant. Then at some point I got promoted to facilities management operations officer. And then I moved to United Nations support office in Somalia. I was based in Somalia for 6 years, supporting the programs for AMISOM. This was hugely on infrastructure development and facility operation and maintenance. I did that for another 8 years until 2021 October when I left UN and then joined private sector. In private sector, I run a business, and currently I'm the director of a company called Ellis Distributors, which operates within Homa Bay County and also in Nairobi. Something that also interesting about me, throughout my life, right from primary school, high school, and university, I've held leadership position, which is interesting here. Those has given me good experience in terms of leadership, the qualities that are required, the tolerance that is required as a leader. Core values. My core values in life includes this. Integrity is on top of it. Professionalism and teamwork. So I hold these dear, and wherever I go, I carry them along because I know they will contribute much in this position. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for that elaborate explanation. But on a follow-up on what you have just stated to us, especially on quality management system, where you are an ISO expert, right?
Yes.
How will that one help you in your department? And are you external auditor, internal audit, a lead audit? And how will that one help you in the docket that you want to join?
Thank you, Chair. This is a very important tool for me, and also for any organization, a government agencies and department like the one that I'm nominated for. Most important is to ensure efficiency in operations. We know very well that we are operating within limited budgets, and it's always not enough. So quality management will ensure that we have efficiency in the departments and operations, but also that the products and services that we deliver out there meet the industry standards and practices. So I think this is a good thing, that given opportunity, I'm not certain whether it is there, but I believe it is there. But with my experience as internal auditor, who is licensed, and an implementer, I know I can bring improvements into the system just to ensure that we save on our budget, but also deliver quality services and products out to the public.
Thank you. Have you ever been removed from office for contravention of the provisions of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010?
No, Chair. I haven't been removed from office.
Have you complied with the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010? And if so or not, please submit the original clearance from KRA, DCI, EACC, CRB, and HELP.
Thank you, Chair. Shall I bring this to the Chair? Okay. I have a complete set of academic certificates and the clearance certificates in that.
Tax compliance, police behavior clear. Uniform for B. Oh, the back page might be CIG. Front of security. Then this higher loans. Civil engineering. God, give Have you ever been charged in any court of law in the last 3 years or mentioned in any investigatory report of Parliament or County Assembly or any commission of inquiry in the last 3 years?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me put it out for you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Engineer Elijah, good morning.
Chief.
Yeah. Kindly state your sources and amounts of all income received during the calendar year preceding your nomination and in the current calendar year.
Thank you, Chair. Major source of income for me comes from my business. This is Ellis Distributors Limited. And for the year 2023 and 2024, I estimate the income to around 5 million. Then I have rental apartments in Kisumu that also I estimate to around 3 million. Then I have a small hotel business in Nairobi that also I estimate to around 3 million for the 2 years combined.
Okay. Then kindly state your net worth. Based on that, maybe you can now calculate and know what you have.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to know you properly. So that when you buy a suit, we don't complain that maybe this gentleman here is squandering our money.
Thank you, Chair. But this is my estimate. It is not based on any professional evaluation, but based on the property that I own, I roughly estimated to 250 M.
Can you come up again?
I estimated to 250 million, the net worth.
Your net worth?
Okay. Yes.
If your net worth is at 250 million, then why did you decide to take this job?
Thank you. This is not about the income, but this is about the service to the public. Okay, thank you. I said this is not about income. This is not about making money, but this is about serving the people. As I mentioned, I was born in this county. I was given birth to in a referral hospital. That means my placenta is in this land. I feel duty bound to serve the people of Homa Bay County. That is the sole reason why I'm coming in to do this job, if given opportunity.
But you want to serve the people. When you are told that you will be given an office to serve the people whom you want to serve, without even being paid a salary, will you accept to take this job?
Without a salary might be a challenge, because in the service I will have to run myself. I will have to facilitate things around the office. Even committing to work will require resources. Volunteering to work is okay with me, but at certain capacity. You know, when you're volunteering, you're not duty bound. You're not oath bound to do or to be present. That would mean if I'm volunteering, then I have time for myself to do other things. But if I come in this, my expectation that I will get some remuneration to help me also run my official life.
Some of Some two women from Kanjira came to the assembly yesterday. I hope you are aware, you were told. Though they were turned down because they are, they did not come with a written petition. But they were complaining that the gentleman you want to appoint as a Cecm has a lot of money. And some of those women were saying that their children are just lying there. They don't go to school. And nowadays, they have been seeing you at home, driving to Kindu Bay, to other places, coming back home, and you don't even bother helping them to pay school fees. But they were telling us that, the gentleman has a lot of money. He can help, but he has just decided not to. What can you say about this? Considering that we did not force you when you were saying, but you did inform us that your net worth is 250 million. Is it not true? If we consider what the ladies said, that you have a lot that you can help, but you just decided to ignore. Kindly.
I think we need to go to the verity of the allegation. It is not right to say that it is true. I don't know whether this is true that somebody came here to make such allegation. But back in Kanjira, I have a very good record. I have a very good record with my people. And this is something that anybody interested at any given time can take their time, get to the village, do their own background checks. And I'm certain that somebody will come here with a very positive feedback on how I relate and live amongst my people. So this could be allegation laced with malice. I don't know why anybody would do that. But just to inform you, Chair, because you've asked this, I have a number of cases that I do support, and it is known there. So if somebody makes this allegation, it's based on imagination. And again, one thing that we have to be honest and realistic about, Chair, net worth does not mean liquidity. You can have a land somewhere that is worth 20 million, but to sell that land when you want to take a kid to school, you will not be able to do that. Right? So when somebody talk about net worth, this is not about liquidity. Some of them could be fixed assets that are just there, banked to maybe appreciate. It's never money in your pocket, right? If somebody sees you driving a car, somebody might think that you're living a good life, but you could be driving on loan, right? So a net worth does not equate to liquidity, and the liquidity is what helps people, right? You could be worth 200 million, but you die because you can't afford 300,000 to take you to ICU. It is a practical sense in life. Yeah, so the allegation, I treat them as malice, to be honest.
Thank you, Chairman.
Engineer Elijah Ogodomunga, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have any political affiliations?
Political affiliation? Yes, I'm a member of ODM.
And if yes, how would you navigate between politics and public service?
As I mentioned my core values when I was introducing myself, and one thing that I said is professionalism is one of my core values. And clearly, when you stand to dispense duty in office like the one that have been nominated to, then it's highly required that you be professional, remain professional. That alone will help me separate politics and service to the public.
Are you sure?
I am certain.
Thank you. Another one. Is there any family member or any other person, parties, categories, or litigations, or financial arrangements that are likely to present potential conflict of interest if you are to be approved?
None of that I know. No one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I've gone through your credentials, I've seen your certificates academically, and I've realized that you are a learned man.
Thank you.
And now, I just wonder whether your professional qualification is relevant to the position for which you have applied.
Thank you. Chair, if we look at the job or the position that I've applied for, much of it is about leadership and policies. And I have the qualifications and experience for leadership and management of departments and people. So I do have that experience. The academics, yes, my background is technical, and that is civil engineering. But I'm a sports person. I still do play hockey to date. I captained the school, Rio Boys in hockey, back 1995 to 1998, and we did excellent to a national school. I hold sport day. I'm a fan of sport. I know a lot about sports, be it competitive sports or sports for development. These are things that I'm bringing a rich experience that can help nurture sports here. I have participated in talent development in my area of work. So I have the ability and capability to identify potential attributes in an individual to ensure that we have somebody that can be elevated to high or elite performance levels. So I have relevant experience. It might not be academic, but the experience also is school.
Thank you so much. And now that you have accepted, you have the experience, then may I know from you the energy that you intend to bring to this department, or what new things do you intend to bring to the department?
Thank you. First of all, I would say that in terms of youth, I don't know whether it is, but if it is there, if it is not there, then the first thing I will do is to introduce youth affairs policy in this department. That is to make sure that we empower the youth, we develop strategies of empowering the youth, develop strategies of supporting the youths in terms of job-wise, in terms of entrepreneurship, which is also my strength. So I don't know whether there is youth policy. I'm not privy to that, but if there is, then I have qualities and I have abilities to improve on that. Again, on cultural services and heritage, I know we have a number of legislations at national level that protects our cultural heritage. Really, I would see myself trying to cascade those legislations back to our county to make sure that we preserve our cultural sites. And I think this is a good thing. And also empower our women.
Thank you so much. Now, do you have any plans, commitments, or agreements to pursue outside employment with or without compensation during your service in office?
Not at the moment, Chair.
Thank you. And what would be your main role if approved by this House and appointed as the Cecm in charge of this department?
Thank you. Clearly, this will take me back to the Constitution, what the Constitution talks about, the role of executive committee, which mainly is the implementation of the county legislation. and implementing the national legislations within the county. But on a daily, day-to-day business, it is more of giving guidelines and direction on policies.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm happy that you are coming from Karachuonyo.
Thank you.
We have got Simbinyaima, we have got so many things that you are supporting. Yes?
Yes.
So I hope if you are given the chance, please work hard on our cultural heritage. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. To the candidates, in a cabinet meeting, suppose the governor is not present, who chairs the meeting?
If the governor is not present, this is procedural. I might not be very familiar with it, I have to be honest. It is a procedural thing. But I would guess we have the deputy governor who then will chair the meeting.
When the deputy governor is not present as well?
When the deputy governor is not present, and this is executive meeting, I would guess it's the county secretary. I'm not certain about this, to be honest. This is a procedural thing that, quite frankly, it needs somebody who has been into this system to understand.
Thank you. Which team won the Governor's Cup last year?
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm not privy to this.
You are not aware?
Yes, but I know the cup was held somewhere in December last year.
Homa Bay won a football cup nationally. Which year was it, and which tournament did they participate in?
I think that was 2023. Was it inter-county tournament?
It was inter-county tournament, yes. It has a name.
I'm not.
When Ababu Namwamba was the CS for sports.
I know Ababu was associated with the Talanta earlier, but really the name, the specific name of this tournament, I can't tell. I know it was inter-county tournament.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm back again, Engineer Elijah.
Yes.
Engineer, what is the name of your assistant chief?
The name of?
Your assistant chief. You know, in Kanjira, there is a sub-location.
My assistant
where you come
chief
from.
is called Madam Lorine Ayodu.
Lorine?
Lorine Ayodu.
Have you ever been to our office?
Yes.
How many times?
A number of times. I am so much involved in community activities.
All right.
And I do a lot of consultation with Madam Lorine. Last year, through my support, we did distribute sanitary pads to girls in school through her office. So we do coordinate a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm told you are a BOM chair of a comprehensive school in your area.
Yes. Not only that, I'm a BOM chair, but I'm also a member of board in two other schools. Yeah.
So what benefits do you give this comprehensive school as a BOM chair?
To be honest, there are a lot of benefits. I help them with drawing the plans for the school, infrastructural development plans. In this school, I personally did a master plan. This is Ngolo Primary School you're talking about, the comprehensive school. I am the one who prepared the master plan for infrastructure development. This was a pro bono service. But we also sit regularly as board members to review the programs of the school. Here we do advise the school leadership on how to adjust. We also do review the performance and also come up with the idea on how we can improve the enrollment in the school because of capitations. But critical is through the networks also to do resource mobilization. So we do organize fundraisings. As you know, the capitation is not enough for all the schools, so we do organize fundraisings to help in developing the school.
Thank you. You come from a ward. Is it North Karachuonyo ward or Karachuonyo North ward?
It is North Karachuonyo ward.
Sure. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Engineer, are you sure? North Karachuonyo. You
Karachuonyo
remember your brother
North
represented that ward, eh?
Say again?
Your brother represented that ward.
Yes. And I was actively involved in the process. Yes.
You wanted him to represent North Karachuonyo ward.
Say again?
You wanted your brother to represent North Karachuonyo ward. When you
yes. Of course, I did campaign for it.
North Karachuonyo North ward.
It is Karachuonyo North ward. That's what I'm saying.
So which is it?
Karachuonyo North ward. I think you're interchanging this, but clearly the entity that doesn't change.
Okay.
The entity is known. It is in the maps. It is in the record. So it is just the words. But clearly that is where I come from.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you did say that you were born and reared from Karachuonyo.
Yes.
Briefly, can you tell this panel and members of the public, they are keenly listening to you, maybe a brief story of Simbi Nyaima?
I will vaguely tell you what I know about Simbi Nyaima. I think Simbi, first of all, Simbi Nyaima is located in Central Ward. It could be around 3 or 5 kilometers from the main road, Kanyadiang Junction. But what I heard, which is not verified, there are no documented statement about the history of this fantastic feature. But I heard that once there was a woman that lived there, and when she was leaving the site, there happened a depression from nowhere. And this depression swallowed the old lady. And there was water in it. This is a story that we were told. But as I said, there is nothing documented that somebody can make as a reference about this. So all that we are pieces of information that you hear from different people. I think I cannot vouch for the verity of this information that I'm putting here, to be honest.
Okay. Are you aware that the Simbi Nyaima is protected by the county government?
Yes. Simbi Nyaima is one of the cultural heritage in Homa Bay County. I know it is protected. I know it is fenced, not fully fenced, but yes.
Now, what is the benefit of promoting cultural heritage to our county? Now bring it down to Simbi Nyaima.
Oh, okay.
What is it benefiting our county government?
Thank you. Chair, you'd allow me to expound a bit on that question, if you allow me. It is important to put cultural heritage into context. And then we can now talk about the benefits. Cultural heritage, you can look at it in two aspects. There is the tangible cultural heritage and intangible heritage. Simbi Nyaima falls in the tangible. These are physical sites. We have mausoleums, we have parks that we have around us. Now, for the tangible cultural heritage, there is a lot that we can gain if we promote it, especially like Simbi Nyaima. This can be a source of revenue to the county government. If it is well managed, there are people who will go there to view and get to hear about the story of Simbi Nyaima. And there will be levies paid. That is on-source revenue to the county. But if we go to the intangible, now we talk about the customs, the practices, the social behaviors of a people, right? If you tie that to Simbi Nyaima, there are stories that are told about Simbi Nyaima. Those are stories that are not, they are not tangible, but those stories are rich. They tell us about our backgrounds. They confirm our identities, and they bring us together. So that is one way of bringing togetherness. It is a community management thing, so it brings togetherness in our community. It gives us a common identity, which is good for a county government. Why? When people feel that they belong together, it becomes peaceful. There is no development without peace. So I see that part. If we identify with Simbi Nyaima, we don't fight about it, then we see development around it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We have some of the national legislations and legal frameworks. You are aware of that, engineer?
Yeah.
I'm just requesting that you state at least the ones you know.
The ones I know. May I take water, please?
Kindly.
Thank you once again. Oh, you're taking water. Okay, sir.
I think the one that comes on top of my head now is the National Heroes Act. I'm not sure what the year it was enacted, but I know we have Heroes Act. And why this is coming to my mind is because of our famous son of the soil, Tom Mboya. And Tom Mboya basically is our heritage. And we have an act that protects them. And this act is operationalized by National Heritage Council. These are the people who identify, evaluate, and commit individuals. Okay, sorry. So I said the National Heritage Council, these are the people who identify individuals who qualify to be our heritage. And I know Mboya is one of them, so that is on top of my mind. I think we also have National Culture Center Act, and that's where Kenyan National Theatre falls. But on top of that, I'm thinking of opportunities in that. Like we can bring this down to Homa Bay and think of, let's say, conservatories of music. We have academies where we can train our classic music. The genre that we have, Benga and all these things can be here. It's of interest. The other one, I know we have the National Museum Act. I'm not certain the year it was enacted. But now to operationalize all this act, there is a national policy on culture and national heritage, which now gives a strategy and guidelines on how to preserve our natural and cultural heritage.
Thank you very much. Maybe the last question, Mr. Chairman. Engineer, you are aware this is a political appointment. If this assembly will approve your appointment, after this there will be a report from the committee. Then this assembly will have to sit, go through, check your documents and any other thing, and even they will consider how you interacted with this committee. So assuming this Honorable House will approve your appointment, and considering that once they will consider, then you will be appointed. But it is a political appointment. That is the reason why you did not go through interviews. Through an executive order from Her Excellency, you were appointed. And some people are saying that your gate is always closed. Now, how are you going to go about this? People will start coming to your home for help officially now because of the position that, you know, you are running for. And in less than a week, I know, if this house will move very fast, then you will be appointed. You'll start your work from next week. But will you really leave your gates open for everyone? Because you will not be a Cecm in charge of the department for a particular region. You will be working for the whole county. So assuming that somebody from Fangano will travel all the way from Fangano and by exactly 6 in the morning, that person will be at your gate. Not only from Fangano, but remember from Chabera also. Because when you are maybe a Cecm, you will be Cecm for the county, not for a particular region. I just decided to repeat that. So how are you going to deal with it, with this engineer?
Thank you. If you allow me, let me answer this in 2 parts. The first is the allegation. I just hope that these are not the same 2 ladies who made the first allegation repeating this. And what I can say, if it is, then it is totally wrong. I live with my people well. Even as we speak, I have people in my home. So the allegations of locked gates, it is not in my culture to lock myself out of my people because I live because they live. So on that allegation, I think I just want to put it categorically that it is wrong. It's a false thing. On how I will deal with this, I think there will be a lot of adjustments for sure. Because this will require creating time to listen to people and provide solutions. Within the tight schedule that this office comes with, there will be a lot of adjustments and balances. So I'm ready for these adjustments, which I know will be helpful for me. But on top of that, I will also learn. I will also learn from the pioneers. You, in particular, you handle these people, so you have some wisdom that you can feed to me. I have other CECs that also facing the same thing. I have no problem approaching somebody to ask, like, hey, how do you deal with this? At the end of the day, it is a political thing. We are working for a political government, and keeping people close, harvesting votes is key and top there.
Thank you so far. I have a couple of questions, some follow-up questions that I want to put to you. Question number 1, from what you have said, I recollect you saying that you participated in your brother's campaign because he was a candidate. And then in the same breath, you've also stated that you are a member of ODM. Which party did your brother run in?
My brother did run an ODM, that is prior to nomination. Thereafter, he went to independent. He went to the ballot as an independent candidate.
So you supported your brother as an independent candidate. against an ODM candidate. How do you relate with your area MCA who won against your brother?
Again, allow me to answer that in two parts. Supporting my brother as an independent is not true. I worked with my brother all through to the nomination, and that's where my support was, really. And why I'm saying this is from 2020 when the campaign started, I was part of Genoa campaign team. Just for the benefit of everyone who is here, I was the chair of professional members of Homa Bay County for Genoa team. And that has been the spirit. So I believed in that. I still believe in this government. So that did not change. After the nominations, my brother lost, and that was it. My relationship with my area MP is fantastic. When I got the nomination, the first person that I called was my area MCA. And he introduced me to a number of MCAs, some of whom I did not know. So we are relating so well. We are relating so well. And not just on the politics. We relate on community issues. We relate on business issues. And we are good buddies, to be honest. I don't know whether buddies is a language for the plenary, but allow me to use that.
Thank you. Now, your advocate also entails youth and talent development. And you know the Gen Z story, that they are very agile people, very talented, well-educated, and they lack employment. How will you help the youth harness their talents and also earn from it?
That's a good question. But the first thing that I would say that it is a policy issue. As I said, I'm not certain whether there is a youth affairs policy in place. If there is, then I will take time and look at it and see what provisions are there. If there is anything that I can improve, I will do that. But the way I'm looking at this, there's so many things. I'm thinking like we need to have more of sports clubs, sports academies around. We need to have ventures on agribusiness for the youth, because really the talent is not just sports. People have different talents that can be developed to high-level performance. I also see immediately that mainstreaming TVET functions in that department is important, because TVET is a core function of the county government. But we have people in TVET within the age of 18 to 20, and I know this is the age of talent development. So having them involved in sporting activities or bringing TVETs into the programs of the county, I see that as an opportunity that we can use that to showcase skills, potential, talents, and use that also to partner with stakeholders who can scout the youth, the young people, to join clubs at the national level and even international. I see that opportunity in that.
Thank you. Last but not least, from what you have said, when you are telling us about the culture, you talked about the social behavior of the people. So it means if we come from the same environment in Homa Bay,
yep.
We have some cultural activities and our social behavior, which sometimes when you look at it critically, they are ebbing out. Like Teruburu is one of them. Then we also have talents Like if you go to Oriang area, there is that pottery, like pot making processes. How will you help to preserve our culture?
First of all, as I said earlier, is to develop a policy that identifies and recognizes our cultural heritage. That's the first thing. This policy, I will make sure it gives guidelines on preservation of the cultural heritage. It will also give guidelines on how to promote the cultural heritage that we have around. But then in this policy, then if we have it, it means we can present this at the cabinet level during the budgeting system so that we get some resources that can help us protect, preserve, and promote this cultural heritage. Like the pottery, it's just recognizing that they're there. They have groupings there. We can give them support, but again, we cannot do that if that element is not appropriated in the bill. So I see the first thing is to have a policy that gives us a window into the budget of the county.
Thank you. My last question to you for the day is about 3 issues. One is to do with the cultural events. For the last 2 years, we have done 2 major cultural events in Nyanza, especially for the Luo community. I would want you to mention them. Number 2, mention at least 2 cultural sites that you know in Homa Bay, and also any cultural team that you might know.
Okay. The events, I know of Luo, that was just done recently. A fantastic thing, fantastic idea. I think it's connecting Luo nation across the continent. And then I also remember there was one of Nyinam, which is also a Luo event, bringing all our ladies and beautiful ladies, to come together and share ideas and experiences. But I also know there is a Rusinga Luo festival, I think so. That is also a beautiful thing. Just repeat the 2 other questions.
Any cultural sites that you know?
Oh, the cultural sites. I know we have Tom Mboya Mausoleum. This is a cultural heritage for us. I know around Kindu Bay we have Simbi. I know we also have Ondago Bird Sanctuary. We have a bird sanctuary in Oyugis. I know that. I know we have Gor Mahia Shrine. We have Ruma National Park, which is a cultural but also natural heritage. Probably these are the ones I can remember now.
Cultural teams?
Kagan dancers. Kagan dancers, I've known them ever since I was born, so I know the cultural teams.
Thank you. Any other person with any? No. Thank you. Our members don't have any other follow-up question. So once again, Mr. Leja Wamunga, we appreciate you for coming to this interview.
Thank you.
And we thank you for the robust engagement that you have had with us.
Thank you.
Since we started. And I feel that the committee will not be biased. They will look at you objectively.
Thank you.
And award you marks which you deserve. But all in all, I wish you the very best as you navigate through all this. Thank you. But before you leave, ensure that you carry back your originals that you are given.
Thank you, Chair.
Confirm that you have them so that you don't lose anything. Thank you for coming. You can leave at your own pleasure now.
Thank you.
I also take this opportunity to thank the members of the public. I can see the press is there and maybe some of his friends who came to be witnesses today to this very important activity that we were holding here today. As you also go back, I thank you very much, members of the public, for coming. To the members of the Assembly who also searched through this, I also thank you for creating your time to be here with us and also your patience and also having understood me that you are presuming the position of the speaker that the speaker is blind. So today you are also blind, and I thank you very much for that. I thank the Secretariat also for the role that you have played today, and also the appointment committee led by me. I know after this we'll retreat to write a report, and thereafter we shall report to the necessary authorities on the outcome. Thank you, and be blessed.